Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review, and today we'll be talking about Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Now, me and Sam both saw this movie last night, so we're going to do a spoiler video together. That's when we talk about just everything, spoilers and all. But right now, this is just a regular review with no spoilers at all. So, to get started, it was awesome. This is up there for me as the top 3 best Marvel movies, next to the Avengers and Iron Man 1. This is easily one of the best. Right next to Iron Man 1 is the second best solo Marvel movie ever made. It's just so well done. This is the first movie I saw that was on my most anticipated list, and it did not disappoint. What's great about the movie is it doesn't play off like your typical superhero movie. It is a spy type movie where, like, who did this, who's responsible for that, who can you trust, and it all works great. Though all the cast is great. Chris Evans as Captain America is awesome. This movie takes a character like Captain America who actually isn't that interesting of a character and makes him interesting, makes him awesome. Samuel Jackson, this is his most involved Marvel movie. He plays a big role in this and is very important in the plots. Scarlett Johansson's good as Black Widow. The actor playing the Winter Soldier is awesome. The Winter Soldier is one of the best villains in the Marvel Universe. He is so, menacing and, powerful and just awesome. And the biggest and best surprise with the cast is Robert Redford, who I was so excited that he was in this movie because it's Robert Redford. And he actually has a pretty big role. He's very involved in the movie. Don't let that "and" credit and the poster fool you. He's a major part in the movie, and I can't talk about a lot of his stuff in the movie, but he's very involved. I was expecting just a couple scenes here and there of him doing stuff, but he's actually really important to the plot and plays a big part in it, and I love that. The action in this movie is very good. I did have a little bit of problem. The movie has a lot of shaky cam, and me and Sam mentioned before, we don't really care for shaky cam. And I didn't mind it for the majority of the movie, except for the opening scene. The shaky cam in the opening scene really annoyed me. And the fight choreography is awesome. So it was really annoying. I was like, stop shaking it. I wanted to see how they're fighting. Because the fight choreography is awesome. Really great hand-to-hand style and just great stuff. If any of you have seen The Raid, it's actually similar to that, less cool, but it's similar to that with this fighting style. And a lot of it's more gritty, the action, and more serious. There's a lot of shootouts, and I don't know, I can't really explain it, but the action scenes are great. Even the ending, which is a big overblown action spectacle with the giant ship, the helicarrier from the Avengers movie, where those are crashing into each other, which I was expecting to not care for because it just seemed generic. I liked it. I thought it all worked and it was entertaining. Very entertaining. This movie does actually tie into the first Captain America movie a decent amount, and if you haven't seen it, I would recommend checking it out before this. I mean, I don't think it's gonna, if you don't, I don't think it's gonna ruin the movie for you, but it does make it more interesting. You're like, oh, that ties into that, oh, and so it actually ties into that much more than I was expecting. I knew one thing for sure that was gonna tie into it, that I was like, oh, that'll probably be it, but major of the points in the plot tie into it. The comedy. One of the biggest complaints with Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 is that they overdo comedy, and it just becomes cheesy, it just doesn't work. This doesn't have that. It has comedy when it's necessary, but it is a really serious, down-to-earth story. What's surprising is that the Winter Soldier actually isn't the focus of the movie. I mean, his name is in the title, but he's actually not the main focus. There's a bigger story going on. And I found that a little surprising. But like I said earlier, the Winter Soldier is a great character. One of the problems with Iron Man 3, mostly Iron Man 3, and Thor 2 is that you always keep wondering, where are the Avengers during all this? And this one, I got so enthralled into the story and everything that I didn't care. I don't care if Iron Man isn't in there helping out. I don't care. This movie's awesome. So I'm really happy about that. I wasn't thinking I actually gave Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 pretty positive reviews. I actually really enjoyed those movies. Found them a lot of fun. But the problem was there's no stakes to them. You just watch them, they kill a couple hours, and that's it, but they were enjoyable movies. This one, on the other hand, has a lot of stakes to them, and you're actually invested, and we're actually like, what's going to happen? And there's actually a lot of repercussions. Like, I really want to see how Avengers Age of Ultron deals with what happened in this movie. Because big stuff happened in this movie. And that's interesting. That's something that Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 didn't do. They just killed time and they were fun. This one really doesn't kill time. It actually has a great story, great characters, intriguing plot, and just, I don't know, what can I say, but it's an awesome movie. I really enjoyed it. Minus some shaky cam and a few kind of goofy, like, over-the-top moments. I kind of want someone just like, what? Really? And besides that, though, there's not too many problems with this movie. I really liked it. So, out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10, because I really enjoyed it. Overall, like I said, awesome movie, minus a few little flaws here and there. Still, great movie, one of the best Marvel Studios movies. Definitely a step up from the last two. So far, it's just the best movie of Phase 2. We still have Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers 2 left, but as of right now, this is the best ones. Totally, it's such an awesome movie. That's about it for now. Our spoiler review will hopefully be up soon. I don't know when exactly, but I can't wait for that, just to delve into all the details about this movie, because there's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie. A lot of stuff to talk about. But until then, I will talk to you guys later.